Hey guys, before the episode even starts, I just want to ask if you're listening to review and rate this on whatever format you're listening on. If it's iTunes or Google Play or whatever like that, if you rate and review it, it helps us. It helps us know if we suck. Like, Ian has an annoying fucking laugh, or Nick has stupid ideas, or Jordan knows way too much about movies, or Ben, it's funny when Ben gets mad at Nick or something like that. Just let us know whatever you're thinking. We'd appreciate it. It's good for us. It's good for you, the listener. I hope you enjoy Another Look. Thank you. We are recording. Ben eating french fries and Nick eating a Whopper Junior.
I would shoot.
I mean, she's allowed to. I've recorded that.
That's okay. Howard Stern does it.
Good for him.
Welcome to Another Look, a film podcast where we go back and discuss a filmmaker's body of work, from their hits to their misses, as well as genres, eras, movements, and everything in between. In this week's episode, we watched movies dealing with addiction. So right now we're a little burpy, we're all a little gassy. We just been burping, and all of us have been burping. So just beware. But I'm Ian Killian.
I'm Jordan Mushnow.
Nick Creekbaum.
I'm Ben Riley.
So Nick, what have you been watching?
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of that last episode, dude?
Didn't hear it yet.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
Didn't hear it yet.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, Dylan did a good job.
Yeah,
I subscribed to it though, so I have
thanks.
it downloaded.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think Dylan did a really good job. Thanks, Dylan.
Do you know what we talked about? What movies?
Yeah.
What?
Movies you talked about?
What?
Rolling Thunder and
Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah. And yeah. Oh boy, just kidding.
Ooh, he is kind of relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a breakthrough. I changed my Letterboxd top 4.
I saw that. I was gonna talk shit on that, but
Okay.
I don't care about it.
Okay.
You took off a better movie and put it worse.
I realized
You took off a better movie, but still put a better movie than all the other movies you have.
I took off Blade Runner, which I still very much enjoy and like.
Yeah, man, it's not definitive. You're allowed to change it.
And I put the best sci-fi action movie of all time in its place, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And I watched that.
You fucking speak in hyperbole.
And I watched that. And my God, that is very close to being a perfect movie.
What don't you like about it?
Oh my god!
I don't know. I think I like everything about it. So
I don't know
fuck it. It is a perfect movie.
I don't know what I don't like about it either, but I'm so nostalgic and close to growing up with it that you know what I mean.
The only thing maybe
love
I don't like about it is that I've maybe seen it too much.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know
And
what
it's
you
my
mean.
own fault.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I get like burnt out on movies. Like if I see it on AMC like every fucking Tuesday, it just annoys me.
I haven't seen it in forever, though.
Dude, it's
honestly.
so good.
It's great, yeah.
And you know what's weird? I even thought I liked the Terminator better than.
I remember you saying that.
I do.
But okay, so why are you talking about this? I want to see what you watched recently. And did you watch it recently? Is that why you're talking about it? Okay.
And after I watched it, I just sat there and I'm like, my God, this movie needs to be higher up on my list because it is just so damn good.
What do you think is the best thing about it?
Just it's paced so
You're
well.
speechless.
It is.
It tastes so well?
No. It's paced so well.
Okay.
It has the right amount of. It has horror elements to it. It has sci-fi elements to it. It has really, really great set pieces. It has really great effects.
Yeah.
So you like Arnie more as the anti-hero.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
did too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with it, but I like sci-fi horror more. I like genre movies more than just straight up action. You know, that's why I've always preferred the Terminator. I think it has a lot more atmosphere.
Yeah.
Oh,
would
it does.
agree.
It does.
But you know what
I
scene
don't wanna
really
argue
fucks
with
me
it.
up in Judgment Day is when she
Thumbs up.
That fucked me up.
when she
this time.
snipes
I
that
almost
dude.
cried.
It makes me. I was so as a kid, I was so fucking sad for that guy. Like he's just like, well, I guess he's not innocent since he works for Skynet, but like,
Oh, the Joe Morton is
Yeah, yeah,
in
that's
the
it.
when they
Yeah,
go
when
to
they're
his
in the
house
house
and shit. Oh,
That's
that
a very good scene.
that
That's,
fucks me up.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
Yeah, because he doesn't know what he's going to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
But
You feel so bad for him.
yeah, that James Cameron needs to make more movies,
Jimmy Cam.
and
I've
he needs
got
to make.
4 avatars in the pipeline, so
I wish he would delete all that
Well,
shit from his upcoming.
Well,
He's not.
He's like swimming in the oceans and shit too.
Yeah, well, he should
What's
swim.
that one? He has Robert Rodriguez making Battle
Girl or
Angel, Battle Angel or
yeah,
something.
it's some
Or-
anime or
Yeah, it
anime
is.
thing. Anime.
Yeah,
how
hopefully
they
that's cool.
pronounce
That's a major budget thing by Robert Rodriguez, which is weird. But
Yeah.
maybe it'll be cool.
So Judgment Day. That's the movie you watch, and I definitely agree. It's very sick. It's just like a thing that I made. It's just one of those movies I take for granted because they're so popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
finally watch it. I'm like, fuck, everybody's right.
It's the first rated R movie I ever saw, and it just
I think mine was RoboCop.
really.
Yeah.
That's
Or was
definitely-
Lost Boys.
really?
Is that rated R?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
So we'll back away from Nick's hard on. So Ben, what'd you watch?
I hadn't watched a whole lot, but the other day I watched a documentary. It's called "How to Survive a Plague."
The AIDS documentary.
Yeah.
I watched
'Cause
that.
it was just the other day. It was the World AIDS Day. I
Yeah.
think.
Yep. Yeah.
And I just made because I remember wanting to watch it after I saw Dallas Buyers Club because
Yep.
there was like a stuff in the documentary has to do with that a
Mhm.
little bit, but it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
I watched it when it was on first release on Netflix, I believe.
Yep, that's where I watched it.
And it's hard hitting. It's
Is
hard
that
to watch.
is that the big one where there's like the scene where they're like in the church, like
Yep,
screaming?
Catholic
Okay.
church.
Yep, I did see
Yep.
that one way back when.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah, there's I mean, I'm not going to get into the politics of
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
definitely 2 presidents that were during this time did not do anything about this epidemic.
Reagan.
And basically Reagan and George H.W. Bush
Yeah.
basically led to 8 million people dying
Yeah.
up until they got a cure, or not a cure, but something to
Even Ronald Reagan's best friend, like Rock Hudson, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he was his best friend, and he just,
they just thought it
Don't
was
care.
some
Yeah.
gay
Yeah.
disease that
Yeah.
who gives a shit about. And
Yeah.
then
Ronald Reagan was suffering from
while in
Alzheimer's.
office,
Yeah, while in office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that one party that we have really loves that guy too.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, regardless of all that, it's very effective.
Ben's deep political rage.
I don't want to be talk
No,
about
exact-
the
I know what
politics
you
about
mean.
it, but it,
I mean, well, that is
it
a big
does
part
make
of
me mad.
that is a big part of the that documentary.
It shows you without activism and
Yeah.
protests, nothing would have been solved with that.
Yeah.
So
Almost any civil rights issue would just be completely ignored
Yeah.
if it weren't for those
Because
things.
it pushes it to the front lines.
yep. So I'd watch that if you have never seen it. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I was in a stage past couple weeks, probably due because of other events,
World
watching just fucking depressing documentaries. You know, I don't know why. I guess I'm super interested in these topics now, but it's not good for like my general mood.
No,
How was
I
the
agree.
score for Before the Flood? Can you watch that?
Yeah, I did watch that.
Trent Reznor did the score for it.
Oh, you know what? I mean, it was good, but I didn't.
Probably not trying to be too flashy.
Yeah, I
on
didn't
the-
reckon. I
yeah.
mean, it didn't like.
setting?
I
the
thought that
mood.
was really random.
I mean, it did set a mood. It definitely felt good, like a solid piece. But I didn't notice anything like special. He didn't do like I wanna fuck you like it now.
Yeah.
But Jordan, what did you watch?
I kind of been watching a lot of stuff. It's
Yeah.
getting to the end of the year, so we're trying to catch up.
Yeah.
The one I think I'm going to talk about is Certain Woman
Oh, okay.
by Kelly Reichardt.
Yeah, I've never
And
seen it.
And it was it's divided into 3 parts, and they're all very quiet and you know, small, but they're super effective.
Snooze fest.
You could say that. Michelle
Right,
Williams' part was definitely the weakest, and I think it really hinders the movie. But there's like a weird kind of like poignant and romantic last act with Kristen Stewart and this basically female.
She's still
cattle
making
herder.
shit, Kristen Stewart.
Oh yeah,
She's in a lot of shit.
Oh, she's so much better than she was maybe 2 years ago.
She's literally working with big director after big director.
I wanted
after
to see
big
that
director.
Clouds of Sils Maria.
People say she's the best actress right now.
One of them.
Oh yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see Personal Shopper too.
Yeah.
Is that what you just said?
No,
Clouds.
Clouds of.
Oh yeah, same guy though.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was quiet. I also watched The Handmaiden. Speaking of Park Chan-wook.
I want to see both of those so bad.
And that definitely felt a lot different than most of his movies.
Really?
Yes. And I say that in a good way.
Could you
Not
tell?
only-
Could you tell it was him?
Yeah, I
'Cause
think
people say like return to form and shit like that about it.
maybe in the fact that it's very good.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just made, I think, technically on like a much higher level than the things he's done before.
Okay.
I don't think obviously it's not really revengey, and
Yeah.
but it kind of is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very twisty, and it's a lesbian romance, and it takes place during the Japanese what do you call it, of Korea, South Korea
Colonization.
Yeah. And there's really a lot going in on there, and if you wanted to. I think there's some stuff in it that you'll be, if you're more familiar with that culture, you might like it more, which is hard for us. But I can't imagine anybody not liking it just based on how beautiful it is to look at.
I mean that doesn't
how it
turn me
moves.
out, yeah.
And I had similar issues with The Assassin, but this is a lot easier. There's definitely characters you can
It's more-
get into. So very twisty, which is
Yeah.
weird too. But check it out.
Yeah. I really want to see it. I mean, both of those sound really good.
Yeah, there's like no gore or violence,
yeah.
basically.
Both of those directors are great. Too.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there coming out.
Certain Women doesn't have the what's her name? Kate Beckinsale. That's not the same movie.
That's 20th Century Woman, I think.
With
Mike
that's
Mills?
Mike Mills.
Okay,
Ooh,
okay.
I really want to see that too. Is
Yeah.
is Kate Beckinsale in there? Because I know she's also in Love and Friendship, which is getting a lot of acclaim.
It
That's
might,
the Whit
that
Stillman
might
one.
be that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
I don't know
Jane
why
Austen.
I'm confusing them, but for some reason I can just see the poster in my head, and I thought that's
What's
what
it look
was.
like?
It's her, Kate Beckinsale in the front. And
Is she wearing
there's-
like a fancy hat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
That's
Love
it.
and
I
Friendship.
wanted
Okay.
to see that.
Yeah, me too. It's on Amazon
It's
Prime.
on Amazon Prime.
Nick's
You would not watch that. You wouldn't like Whit Stillman for a second.
I know.
I love him though. I think he's great.
I watched Moonlight with Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely a contender for one of my favorite of the year. It's definitely
I think it's, as we sit, I think it's the best
it's a
movie I've
powerful,
seen.
emotional, beautiful movie.
Do you think it has a shot to win the Oscar?
I think right now
I don't know. I hope so.
I think it has a better shot at Best Director, but at this point, it seems to be between La La Land, Manchester by the Sea, and Moonlight.
I mean, wow, they're good movies.
Small movies,
Yeah.
which is very surprising. Now, Silence, a lot of people have not seen still, but it finally screened, and the early reaction seems to be amazing.
Yeah.
That doesn't disappoint.
Trailer looks
so,
really good.
So that's in there as well.
But for Moonlight, it's definitely checks off everything I like in movies. It has like this romantic feel. There's this really strong coming of age, identity story that I really like. There's some old like 60s R&B that I fucking love. Like these scene stealing songs. I highly recommend it. I recommend it to anybody.
You know what? I
it's-
just thought of it is like the perfect combination of like stylish and raw. So
Yeah,
it's
oh,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So it's like Derek C on France meets Wong Kar-wai in some way.
Like I don't want it to sound bad, but like there's moments that feel like The Wire when
No, I agree.
with like two drug dealers talking to each other. It
Yeah.
just feels real.
Yeah, he
And
nails
then
it.
the last half has like the smoky, beautiful story. I really liked it. My favorite, me and Jordan saw it out in a theater outside our area, so we had to drive to it. And that Moonlight was sharing a theater with Trolls. Trolls was playing after, and some guy at this, this peak climactic moment.
Very pivotal.
These two people haven't seen each other in years, and they're staring at each other, about to talk to each other, and this guy busts in and goes, "Trolls!"
He literally just says it so loud.
And like you just hear him walk out, and then like the movie ends, and you're just like, "You fucking asshole! You goddamn asshole!"
Ruined it almost.
So me and Jordan walking
That's
out.
not the end. Yeah, we
me
have
and Jordan
more.
are walking out laughing at this, and
I go to the bathroom.
yeah.
Okay.
And we're walking out, and I mean, it's like 3-minute walk to our car, and we hear, "Hey guys, hey guys," and we're like, "Oh shit, did we drop something?" And we turn around, and it's like this chubby, like gray-haired guy walks up. He's like, "Hey, what happened when I went to the bathroom? What happened to this one character?" And
What happened to Juan?
Yeah, and we're like, "Oh," and we explained to what happened to him. He's like, "Yeah, that's crazy. I wanted to know more about him."
Literally chased us. I can't help but imagine that he followed me into the bathroom and like was walking as
the whole time he's like reaching out like, "Hey, yeah," and
then pretty deep into a parking lot.
Yeah, and like we were walking to your car, and he's like, "Hey," and we're like, "Oh, like does he need a ride or his car jumped or something like that?" And he's just like, "Hey, what happened when I went to the bathroom?"
Like, how would you have known when
He
he
was
went
by
to the
himself.
bathroom?
He said what happened to Juan.
Okay.
Yeah, but
he gave us that context.
Yeah, he's like, when I went to the bathroom. He's like, "What happened to Juan?" And we thought it was the fucking funniest thing. And then we drove like 20 miles, and we got dinner, and he came up. And he's like, "What happened?" By the way, all right, Ben. Enough talking about the shitters. What did we watch?
The first movie we're going to be talking about is called Barfly. It was directed by Barbette Schroeder. It was written by the author Charles Bukowski. It was released in 1987, and it stars Mickey Rourke and Faye Dunaway. The plot synopsis is Henry Chinaski, a poet and alcoholic, spends his life in Los Angeles bars. One day he meets and falls in love with Wanda, who is also an alcoholic. Henry and Wanda have only one real goal in life, drinking to numb the pain they feel outside the bars of Los Angeles. Rotten Tomatoes score of 78% with an average rating of 6.6 out of 10.
So what do you guys know about
Bukowski?
Yeah, because I don't know shit about it.
I read one book. Yeah.
I read one book.
Yeah, I've never read any of his books.
I read Pulp, which was like his last book.
Exactly, and people hate it.
I liked it.
Me too.
But I don't have a reference for the rest of it. So.
I don't want to like rope him into it, but like it definitely feels like it feels different, but also it fits into that like beatnik genre.
Yeah.
You
definitely.
know,
Existential,
yeah.
beatniky. And
There's also the whole talk. With like barroom philosophy, or like junkie philosophy of like talking about life, and that I get in stages with that. Sometimes I get real fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
But luckily, I was definitely in the mood for it, so I enjoyed this movie. But what do you know anything about Bukowski? I feel like Bukowski today. My hair's all fucked up, and
I didn't even
wearing a sweater and shit.
When I suggested that we do this one, I didn't even know that it was.
I didn't either. This is his only script too.
it was really hard for him to get made. That's why Cannon did it, because he threatened. He had to threaten to cut off his own fingers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you hear any of that rumor of? I thought it was the director threatened to cut off his own finger.
Oh, was it?
I don't know, but I was gonna say someone did.
Yeah, someone.
And,
really?
Yeah, Goibel and Hoibel or whatever those guys.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit, all right, we'll just do it.
Like that's what convinces them.
Yeah, but they'll make fucking Delta Force 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This movie is like a weird hodgepodge of people that were like about it, because
it's a good fucking cast.
Well, not only the cast, but you got Cannon Films. You have a Francis Ford Coppola presents.
Yeah.
You have Charles Bukowski, and then you have the cast.
And the director
Barbette Schroeder
and Robbie Mueller, who is a great German cinematographer. So I mean, it definitely has a lot of people backing it.
Yeah.
You got Frank Stallone,
fighting for his
Jack.
life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jack
is that the?
the bartender.
Okay.
Eddie.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
I liked how the movie, not to spoil things, but I liked how the movie.
We're gonna spoil the whole.
Yeah.
fucking
When the
thing.
fuck didn't we spoil?
Yeah, I
this?
know.
And this movie's not a spoiler.
No,
movie.
yeah, you're right. I like how
It kind of, maybe it doesn't. It's plotless, but there is like a
Would
kind
you
of twist.
be depressed if someone
No.
told you the
What
fucking
happened
end
in
of
Barfly?
Barfly?
I liked how it began, or how it ended like it began.
Dude.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
It like the violence in it was pretty raw feeling.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I don't think so at all.
Oh,
There
you
was
didn't?
moments that felt kind of goofy.
When the dude cracked his skull or whatever on the ground.
When she cracks his skull with the bag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? Oh yeah. I mean, there's definitely gross moments.
Yeah.
There's blood.
he,
I wouldn't say it's realistic or
He spits out blood a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, part where where that guy gets stabbed
Actually,
himself
that
too.
grossed me the fuck out because he was like trying to pull it out.
Yeah.
It
that
just
was
felt
funny.
it felt real.
Yeah, I just felt
He was
like
smoking
it
a
was.
cigarette on the stretcher.
Yeah.
I felt like it was just really raw feeling.
I mean, this is like a weird thing, but Ben, did it remind you of living downtown Williamsport next to that fucking low-income housing?
I'd say a little bit. I
About
see what
the
you mean.
tower of like all those drunks that just
Yeah.
live in that tower. And
Yeah.
one time, I walk home from work and there's one of these regular like drunks spraying fucking lighter fluid, just staring at me, spraying lighter fluid in a fucking garbage can, and I was just like, oh my god.
What low income housing? That one by
The
the.
Williamsport Tower,
Oh,
or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where just like all those like drunks and
just sit
old like,
around.
veterans just sit on these steps and just fucking like stare at you when you walk by, and it just reminded me of that so
Yeah,
much.
I can see that.
Okay, here's what I didn't really quite put together.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell was that lady? The one
She
that
was a
wants
pub-
to
she was a
finance it?
publisher.
Okay, but why did she?
He wrote like
He
poetry
was,
and
he was
stuff.
sending his stories and poetry to this magazine, and she was the publisher, and she found a secret talent, and that's why she sent Jack Nance, the detective,
Yeah,
to find
track
him.
him, yeah.
Well, I get that, but what I didn't get was, did she just fall for him, or
Well,
what
I
was
think-
going on there?
Well, there's definitely I think a commentary to that where it's like I think he's she's the opposite of what she is. You know what I mean? She's
Yeah,
like
has-
rich and she's attracted to the scummy.
And he is very scummy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, has-
greasy dude who doesn't fucking care about things. You know, it's like this she's like fetishizing his their class difference or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it definitely has classist themes, and he doesn't want that, as you
Yeah,
figure
he
out.
leaves the house because
Oh yeah,
he doesn't want anything to do with
I
her.
don't feel natural. This isn't my place. You know.
Yeah, it's like a golden bars, a prison with golden bars.
Yeah,
or
he kept
something.
saying that. Yeah,
Gets
Isn't
money.
isn't that the bar name too? The Golden
the Golden Horn. Yeah.
Golden Horn Bar.
I didn't
Yeah.
think about that, but that's the last shot. An
yeah,
awesome last
that's
shot.
ooh,
yeah.
that's good, Ben.
Yeah,
I like
didn't
that.
think about that.
Every
Taking a
dollar he
bow.
gets he
Oh,
just spends right away.
Fucking down the drain.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Um,
there's a part where someone was going to give him money and he doesn't take the money. Do you remember?
He's
that?
not
Yeah.
a bum.
Yeah.
I think it's because he respects the guy who's giving it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely has values. There's
It's
definitely
a weird set of
It's not
values.
a set. It's not a norm. It's not the norm.
Yeah.
In a similar way to Drugstore Cowboy, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
To
there's-
tell you that these people aren't necessarily bad people just
yeah,
because they have this lifestyle.
This
Exactly,
lifestyle
yeah.
is exhausting.
Oh, for sure, for sure. It's it doesn't. It wasn't. It's not. It's not saying, "Hey, this is bad." It's not pointing a finger at these people at this lifestyle. Because it's funny. It's kind of adventurous.
I do
It
think
doesn't glorify it.
No.
I think it kind of does.
Okay, you're okay.
I do think
Maybe
that
some
this
of
is a
it.
conversation we'll definitely have
Well,
to
I
come
think
back
it-
to in
I think in-
Drugstore Cowboy too.
I don't
but-
know if it glorifies it, but I definitely think there's definitely an empathy towards it, and also it maybe glorifies the starving artist.
Well, they don't want to stop. That's for sure.
This is autobiographical.
Yeah.
Autobiographical.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's definitely like romanticizing his struggle, and
Oh,
this
he
is the
de-
cool.
Maybe more Barfly.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not talking about Drugstore
Yeah,
Cowboy.
he
not at all.
definitely romanticizes being drunk and like fighting.
It's like
and
the Hunter S. Thompson.
This
kind
Yeah,
of
he
yeah,
thing.
thinks,
yeah.
he
Yeah.
thinks he's
I definitely can see that
Um,
that aspect.
like this is my kind of movie, but I do find it kind of irritating.
Yeah.
Mostly Mickey Rourke,
Yeah, he irritated
Who-
me
I
throughout
liked
the
him.
whole movie.
I liked him.
who
Sometimes the way he talks annoys
no
me.
no
Sing
no,
songy.
Yeah.
yeah his words last like
To all my friends.
Oh,
yeah.
but like, I mean, fucking.
I'm not saying it's not. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not authentic.
Drunks talk.
Yeah.
Remember? Okay, I'm going to talk about all these Williamsport fucking bar rats. Remember Beanie, who came into he's like, he busted into the North Room and he's like, I didn't molest those girls. Those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, and he had a fucking weird voice like that, and like every time I see him, I'd be like, Beanie, what's up? And he'd be like, how do you know my name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
but
know?
I think there's a major difference is that those people are hopeless and this person is not.
Beanie was a real good bike rider.
You know, this person has talent and they basically don't care. They literally this guy like wants to suffer. He's romanticizing his own suffering.
Yeah, there's
it's
Yeah,
cool.
keeps picking a fight
Yeah,
with this
he
guy
wants to
every
fight
night.
this guy every night. Yeah.
But I definitely wrote that down. He's content where he is. He does not want to go anywhere.
No.
He's content with this fucking like tailspin of just
he likes he likes his chaotic
this
lifestyle.
chaos. You know,
Yeah.
they don't know where they're gonna be that night. They don't know who or how they're gonna pay for things. He's like, oh, I'm gonna try to get a job. Then he doesn't get the job,
And they don't
doesn't
care.
fucking care.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is funny that they both want to get a job at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's always like life just moves by them. You know, there's just things where, you know, everybody else is doing things and they're just like, you know, drinking and sitting in these dark bars that look beautiful. I love the fucking neon. Every shot inside the bars look nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's all neon. Looks great.
I definitely think the movie meanders too much. Now, I have no problem with movies being plotless, but this kind of integrates a plot with the Jack Nance character as this like underground or like private eye who's trying to investigate. And now I understand the aspect brings like some thematic elements to it, but I thought it was so uninteresting.
Yeah.
And
I
the book
can't say I
publisher
cared about
and like their little trip, and then it just
It didn't bother me.
I could
at
not
all.
live. I was like kind of. I was just so. I thought it was so weird and, you know, out of place. You know,
I think the book publisher stuff to me was the stuff I cared.
it felt.
Yeah.
It felt like
least
the last
about.
season of Roseanne to me.
We're back on Roseanne.
Well, I think it makes sense because I mean I never read any Bukowski, but like it feels like I was gonna say it feels like a beatnik movie. Or a book. It feels like a Burroughs or something like that, where like it jumps around like that, and like you know he ends up at this like rich lady's house and he fucks her, and like she wants to like make him rich, and he's just like,
Fuck it.
don't worry,
Yeah.
I don't. Nah.
No, I definitely
You
know
know?
what you're saying, and I've read Burroughs and Kerouac,
Yeah.
and I like that
Yeah.
stuff. You know, it just didn't feel. I just didn't find that those elements that strongly here. It just felt it. I don't even know how to. I couldn't understand what
It just
what
didn't
it was.
didn't work with you.
No, and I think most of it was honestly Mickey Rourke's fault because
Really?
he was irritated.
I
He was
liked him a
irritating to
lot.
me.
I
Yeah.
liked him a lot, and
like so showy unnecessarily.
you think?
Yeah,
And that's why
he's
Sean Penn
he's
deserved the Oscar over Mickey Rourke.
don't even get there.
What'd you think of his portrayal?
He annoyed the hell out of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man,
couldn't
I liked
stand
it.
him.
I'm more middle of the ground.
I definitely
I'm
like
kind of with
I
Ian,
like
but
Mickey Rourke as an actor, and I like his
Mhm.
look, but he definitely this seems very
This
try
doesn't
hard.
even look like Mickey Rourke.
Okay.
'cause
This is what Mickey Rourke used to look like.
Yeah,
This
I
is-
know,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
still weird to see.
I know.
Okay, so but I think also like on a physical level, you know, his face and his movements and like his tics, I just felt like were realistic. You know, it didn't feel show offy to me. It felt a
I see
real
both
person.
sides. I think it's a little
Yeah, I don't-
showy, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying at the
Mhm.
same time. I just think it's too much, you know.
Okay.
Especially the voice. It definitely was irritating to me.
I thought Faye Dunaway did a good job.
she's always good.
She overacted for me.
Really?
Did she?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was trying to think because how old was she? In that? She's still alive, right?
Yeah,
I
she
have no
is.
clue.
She's
Well,
in her 70s.
I wonder how old she was in that movie because she didn't look very old,
I
but
thought she looked. I don't want to.
Well, she was kind of trying.
I mean,
they
she
were
looked-
trying to
she
make
looked
her.
rough.
Yeah,
she looked rough. But I was comparing it to Bonnie and Clyde, which
Well, in Bonnie and Clyde, she was probably like 20.
okay,
She's probably like almost 40
I
in
think
this
like
movie.
40s. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
She looked like. I mean, I think they look like.
Yeah, for a
people-
40-year-old, that's not bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A 40-year-old in that lifestyle, that's.
Yeah.
Well,
She looked appropriate.
What
Yeah.
about that old hooker that kept popping back
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
up,
she grossed me the hell
She-
out.
she said,
giving
I-
blowjobs?
"Oh man, there's a fucking term that I thought Nick would fucking write down."
or something.
No, it was something about that lady could swallow anybody's paste in town or something like that.
I flipped so hard at the part where that old son of a bitch came in and had to like tie his hand up to
oh
drink.
man,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
laughed so hard at that part.
It just It just felt so. Everybody felt so fucking real to me, and it.
Such a shaky hand.
Yeah, and like, it was funny.
It's like true story of Cheers.
And like, yeah, like in real life, that shit. Like, if I saw it in real life, I'd be like, oh man,
Sad.
But, yeah, but there's something funny to it at the same time.
I think this movie is a comedy.
Oh, it's definitely a black comedy for
Yeah.
sure. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't.
It's like hokey.
It's no like leaving Las Vegas where you're like, oh
No,
you know, you're
It
just
doesn't
like,
really feel dramatic, really, that much at all.
Because they brush everything off.
Yeah, and it's super super crude, you know.
Feel when he just rips ass at one part.
Oh yeah, he's just like dancing around and farts and he farts, fights, and fucks. You know, this is that type of movie. So, Nick,
Yeah.
would you go to this bar?
Yeah.
You drink there?
Yeah, I guess. I don't ever drink, but yeah.
It's like Kelly's Grill.
yeah, actually. I kind of thought about that
Yeah.
when I was watching it.
I definitely see what you guys are talking about on with the way things flow. Like, okay, the guys waiting for their sandwich and stuff. It's kind of awkward, but like it just didn't.
Yeah. When he takes the sandwich, I thought that was funny. When he takes the
but,
sandwich
like,
out of his
yeah,
mouth.
but there's like these moments you're like, you know, why would this really happen, or why is this here? I don't know. I think it all just worked for me. I really liked it.
Yeah, like the ambulance coming up repeatedly. It's goofy.
That's so
It
funny.
it is funny.
And
the
just
guy-
have him sign and
Yeah.
don't do shit.
The guy's like, he's like, you work both day shift and night shift, and the guy's like, then the ambulance guy's like, you don't change the underpants.
Did you get the vibe that he was a writer the whole time?
Yeah.
You did? I didn't.
I don't know if I did.
He was like
Not
scribbling
up
every
until-
now and then. He
You know,
talks like it.
I
but-
definitely wish there was more focus on his writing. I definitely can see that. Thinking about that now, I wish there was maybe a more focus on that, because that is a big part of the starving artist thing. Of that
it does.
character.
It doesn't show any of the actual work.
Yeah,
You know what
yep.
I mean? The one time I remember, he's like scribbling on his like knee or on like a coffee table when she's like
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, and there's like parts where he's like, it's right after she split his head open, and he's like saying like poems in his head or like to himself in the mirror.
Yeah. What the hell did she have in that bag? Because
I think it was just
like an iron.
it's like a sharp edge and it just
Yeah.
fucking clocked his head. Ugh.
I thought
Head,
that was
head,
gross.
grossed me out.
head wounds are fucking gross.
Jack Nance is like, "Are you okay?" I thought
Oh
that
yeah,
was
he's
funny,
like
yeah.
he's bleeding.
He's
all
like,
over.
"What
He
do you want?"
He just didn't want any help, and I definitely thought it was interesting that he like never claimed that he was, what was his name, Henry?
Yeah, Henry.
Never
Yeah,
claimed that
yeah.
he was Henry at all.
He doesn't want anybody to bother him.
Yeah.
He thinks everybody's out to take something from him.
Yeah.
And, you know, they probably are.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So Nick, what would you give this movie?
I'd give it a 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate watching it, but I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot better.
Mhm.
I wanted to see it for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, and to
which
tell
is
you the
kind of surprising. You know what's really weird is this was a nominee for an AFI Top 100 Passions movie. Isn't that
That's
in
definitely
2002? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's like
I don't. So you would give it a 3?
Mm-hmm. I liked it, but
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
love it by any
Mhm.
means.
How about you, Ben?
I liked it more than Nick. I feel like from the one Bukowski book I read, it feels like that.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think. Solid flick.
Yeah, I liked it. What about you, Jordan?
I think I'm gonna go on the a little lower than you guys. I think I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Wow.
There are aspects that I liked, but I did find it a little more irritating. Maybe my standards are higher in this type of
Movie.
movie, you know, but yeah, I think the issues kind of overcame my enjoyment of them of it.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I really liked it. It just clicked with me. Maybe it was. I felt for these characters. They felt real to me. I loved how it looked.
It definitely has it definitely has interesting stylistic choices and
Yeah.
things like that. So I can see somebody liking it a lot. Apparently, there are people who love this movie.
Yeah, I definitely. I think it's under the radar for sure. I think it's definitely because probably it was put out by Canon and
Yeah, and they don't give a shit about. They don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4. I'm glad Nick chose these. Why did you choose this theme?
I don't know. I was trying to kind of. There's no real reason for me. I mean, not to get into it, but I mean, addiction has always been something that interests me due to family things.
Yeah, I don't think you could find a single person that hasn't been
Right.
touched by it at all.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of interests me when I see
Mhm.
movies about it. Flight, leaving Las Vegas,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, I was just curious because I didn't expect a theme like this as serious. I mean, I'm not saying you're not a serious person, but I just
I'm
thought
not.
I would just felt like you would have focused on a director or something more fun.
And Barfly, like I said, it was a movie that I've heard about for a while and
Mhm.
I wanted to see. And same with Drugstore Cowboy,
Yeah.
that I already did see that,
Yeah.
but I wanted to
we needed to
revisit
rewatch.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Okay.
just tied them together.
I think it's I think this tie-in is a lot more astute than I thought it would be. You know?
Yeah,
These
yeah.
movies, there's a lot to talk about between both of them.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, they're good picks. Yeah. Ben,
Yes.
what else did we watch?
We also watched Drugstore Cowboy.
I'm a drugstore cowboy.
Who made that?
It was directed by Gus Van Sant. It was written by Gus Van Sant and Daniel Yost, and it was based on a novel by James Fogle. It was released in
Jared Fogle.
It was released in 1989. It stars Matt Dillon, Kelly Lynch, and James Remar. The plot synopsis.
Dexter's dad.
Yeah.
Would you stop interrupting every part I get to?
He's a good actor.
He's
Yeah,
in
I like him.
Warriors.
He's in a lot of shit.
Plot synopsis is Bob and his friends Diane, Rick, and Nadine have been drug addicts for years and live from one high to the next. Gus Van Sant attempts to show an intimate look into the lives of heroin addicts with his film Drugstore Cowboy. Rotten Tomatoes score of 100% with an average rating of 8 out of 10.
Isn't it fucked that it's still relevant like 27 years later, that it's super relevant?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I thought was funny is when William S. Burroughs makes an appearance and
I
he
laughed.
he literally says, "I don't know if this drug problem." He literally pointed to everything that was going to happen
Yeah.
and says, "I don't know if it's going to be solved in my lifetime."
And
but-
then
Nope.
Matt Dillon goes, "You should be a prophet."
yeah, philosopher.
Philosopher. Oh,
William
okay.
Burroughs was good, too, for not being an actor. I
Oh
thought.
yeah. I mean, he's just a character in himself. you
Yeah,
know?
I know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was expecting it to be worse.
Heather Graham is so much older than I realized. The fact that she
She
was
looks like a doll
almost,
baby in
She was
this.
almost 30, I think, in that movie though.
Well, she was in Twin Peaks
She's
around
100.
the same
She's
time.
100 years old.
No,
It sucks that she's not in Twin Peaks reboot, but that's another thing.
Oh, she was, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was Annie.
And that was like not
Annie
long
Blackburn.
after this.
Yeah.
How old do you think she was? in
I
this?
bet you she was 20.
I heard that she was like 30. I think.
in
character
Drugstore
is-
Cowboy?
Yeah,
The
I-
character was 22.
Yeah.
I heard
That's
she
what
was almost.
says too.
Yeah.
They-
yeah.
I thought Matt Dillon.
He was
This was
fucking
his
good.
best. I
Oh,
think this
yeah.
might have
He's
been his
really
best
good.
performance.
Yeah, I definitely think he was really good. Well, I mean, I don't want to give him straight because I think he's good in like Rumblefish and
He's
also
really good in
yeah.
earlier.
He plays a very good type of character.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially at that time.
I didn't see him in that Wayward Pine show.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
I've always
bet
wondered-
he could be okay in something like that. Like what? But I don't.
He started choosing stuff for money later
Yeah,
on.
Outsider,
what-
well, everybody does.
Yeah,
What,
but
was
like
he bad?
just-
What? Like I
I
don't.
can't even think of things he was in within
he's
the
in
past.
To Die For.
What,
Yeah, he is.
Shit, I just had.
What else do you think? Like what was he-
Outsiders.
And
Yeah,
I thought
The
he's
Outsiders.
fine in those roles. You
Yeah.
know.
There's something
Do it
about
for
Mary.
Johnny.
Isn't
Yeah,
he in that?
yeah.
What's
He,
that?
and
There's
he's
something about Mary.
he's kind of funny
Yeah,
in that. He plays like a
he is.
scumbag in that.
Yeah.
You know what? He hasn't been working too much. Every now and then, he's in You, Me, and Dupree.
Ooh.
I was gonna say I don't really see him too
Uh,
often.
Yeah.
I like.
He's got the
I like
outsiders
him.
money. He doesn't need to work.
Yeah, I think his main thing
He's
now
got
is
that Gus Van Sant money.
Yeah.
Gus Van Sant Jr.
Yeah, I
apparently.
saw that.
Did they do that on his older movies? I
I
never
don't know.
noticed that.
He's
And not in My Own Private Idaho.
He's a little.
Yeah.
He's a little.
Like, who else could be named Gus Van Sant?
His dad.
Apparently, but isn't that fucking weird?
I did laugh at that.
Yeah.
Is this before Idaho?
yeah.
This is
Okay.
89, I think,
89.
right?
That movie's like 91.
Okay.
I think so. It was probably like
That's kind of surprising to me because this is, I feel Not with Gus Van Sant though. I feel like he would. It makes sense because he for a while he does what he wants.
I think his older movies, he's a lot more risky.
Oh,
and
for
you know
sure.
what I mean? He's
Yeah,
willing
definitely.
to try different stylistic flourishes, and now they're much more linear and straightforward. Not that like Milk has a lot of like boop boop things, you know, but back when he definitely felt more in line with the independent filmmaking.
And he definitely he has his own voice for
without a doubt. Even in the movies that suck.
Yeah, you can tell. This is a Gus Van Sant movie. I love the dissolves, whereas it's just like Matt Dillon's face overlaying. Like it looked like water and things were floating in the water. And then there's like, I think it's when he realizes he doesn't want to be in that situation anymore, and like there's like sparks and lights, and it gives me chills. It's
part
awesome.
where he's buried, where he's burying Heather Graham too.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Just kidding.
Robert Yeoman, he's Wes Anderson's boy now, who did the cinematography.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
It's not as what's it called? Symmetrical.
Yeah.
As a Wes Anderson movie, but I definitely did notice the cinematography. I definitely think it looked good. Every shot of these people are all like in Dutch angles, just to throw you off, make you feel weird.
I like the score of it. Elliot Goldenthal.
It definitely works. Outside of it, I think I would kind of laugh at it because it's like doink.
Yeah, it's like doink,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's another thing that seems very Gus Van Sant-y.
But it works with this movie. Another movie that it's a serious subject, but it puts you in the like perspective of these people, and then it makes it not as serious. You know what I mean? It makes it not as it makes it feel normal or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you're just used to these actions.
I think
they're not as like despicable. These.
Yeah, once again, it's showing these people are people.
Yeah,
they're not bad
exactly,
people.
exactly.
They're just drug addicts.
You know
what I
I'm
mean?
kind of surprised it wasn't NC-17.
Why?
Like where it flat out shows them shooting up and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know. You think
don't know.
it shouldn't be in? You think
Is
it
that
shouldn't be R?
NC-7?
I don't know. It just seemed it didn't shy
It's
away
blunt.
from it. Didn't shy away from it at all.
Yeah.
Which I understand that's the point.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, this does not romanticize it. It kind of just shows it as it is.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And it's definitely interesting because even like when I'm gonna call her. What was her? I keep thinking Annie now.
Heather Graham's
character,
Nadine.
Nadine. Thank you. Like when she dies, and he's just kind of like making jokes almost. He's like,
You shouldn't
it's-
put the hat on the
Yeah.
bed.
shouldn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in that world.
Yeah,
he
he-
thinks.
And it doesn't show us exactly that realization, I don't think. You know what I mean? A little bit with the sparks that you were talking about, but like he just kind of like changes his mind. You know what I mean? He even says there's no way you can turn a junkie away from doing drugs.
Yeah.
And he just kind of sees basically the cause and effect of what he's doing and how it can affect other people who really don't even want to be involved in this world.
And
Kelly Lynch's character, she
she's
gets
stuck.
pissed at him.
Oh yeah, she's stuck. She's an addict.
She doesn't want to change.
I don't think they're really. I don't think they really love each other as much as they think they do.
They're just part. They're like a family. They're stuck together.
Yeah.
That's just like Mickey Rourke and Faye Dunaway and Barfly. I thought they were just kind of toxic with one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is how we get through life with each other. Let's just stick together, type of thing.
Yep.
I do like. This definitely feels like a Gus Van Sant movie with like him mixing like this like I don't want to say like mysticism or like I guess it's dreamy. Mixes like this dreamy world with like this real raw world. I think he does that really well.
Especially in this time.
Yeah. He uses these dream sequences or like these effects as instead of
It's almost like his characters are zoning out.
oh yeah but you get instead of like exposition.
No, exactly.
It works.
Yeah,
It
he
flows.
uses a visual cue to tell.
It's so
inform us
fucking
and-
good.
Yeah.
He's not like, maybe I should not do this anymore. But it just shows him thinking, and things are going through his head, and I think it's way more effective than him just fucking telling his girlfriend, let's not do this.
I thought something was really interesting in Roger Ebert's review. He talks about his narration almost sounds like he's speaking at an AA meeting.
Oh yeah,
and I thought that was awesome because he's just kind of telling his story.
Yeah,
He and Siskel both really loved this movie.
Yeah,
I read.
I didn't mind the narration. It didn't seem pointless. Was it only at like 2 moments, or was it a couple moments? I don't remember. Was it the beginning and end? When he
didn't even really bother me because I didn't even really notice.
I think it was throughout the movie.
Oh, okay.
It just wasn't super explicit.
Because I like the beginning because you don't know what situation he's in. It's great. Another like druggies like overdosed.
Yeah.
And it shows you at the end. It's other people did this to him. It sort of works on your assumptions.
Right. That's interesting. I didn't even think about that because it totally plays against itself because somebody can read the paper and see this person did this, and they're making assumptions that aren't true. They're painting these people as bad people who aren't bad people.
Yeah.
They just have a problem.
Yeah, this movie again has definitely this movie has a lot more empathy for its characters.
Right.
Than say Barfly.
Right. It makes us like them even though they're willing to steal and rob places and he even, he tries to stop a little rat face at the end when he's bullying.
Scuzzball.
David.
Yeah. Is that his name is David?
Something like that.
This movie's like tonally perfect. I think, there's a mix of comedy and like drama that just roll off each other in the same scene. You know what I mean? There's this dead girl, and then like he says like some off the wall like joke, and it doesn't make you go like, it doesn't make you like question like what type of movie this is.
Yeah, the night before there's a dead girl, you see how excited they are about what they got. What's that? Does anybody remember what that drug was called? Like Dilated or something? Dilated or I have no idea. But like how excited they are, and then the next morning it's literally the bane of their And it's just how fast things can change, but it doesn't tonally feel like a big change. It's always consistent.
Yeah,
it's always
consistent.
Yeah, it's only in the characters where things are different.
Yeah. And also, this is good job with these two movies because I feel like these definitely work. Like each character has like a strong set of values that I think they will like live and die by. And for like Matt Dillon's character, like he thinks, he was like hoaxed or what's the word?
Hoaxed is
yeah.
Word,
He thinks hexed. He thinks there's a curse on him, because of the hat.
At first, I couldn't tell if he
and
was
the pet.
like being real serious about it.
He was serious.
He definitely fucking believes in it.
No, I know, but at first I'm like, is he like kidding? And then you see he's like, oh no, he's dead serious.
Yeah, and it sounds so ridiculous, and they're just like so dead serious. That's he'll steal, but he also don't look at the back of a mirror.
Like random shit.
Yeah.
It'll see inside your soul.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll only show you the bad part.
Yeah, and I don't. It's believable, like.
Oh yeah, I hear people talking to me about that stuff.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't like sound stupid coming from him.
Well, I don't think the hat on the bed sounds that real, but.
Well, I don't want to say. It sounds real, like a person like that would say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they have these rituals, they have these values, they have these things that you don't do because they could fuck us up. Maybe not shooting junk into your your arm is fucking you up and ruining these things, but
it did. It fucked him up.
Yeah,
somebody died,
and you feel
after she put that hat directly related.
Yeah, explain that, Ben. Explain it.
I can't explain it.
Nick, how about you explain something? What's up?
He's burping and
good
shit.
Movie.
Good.
It was a good movie.
Whoa.
That's the insight for today.
What insight?
Actually, it's a great movie.
Yeah. Do you like Gus Van Sant?
Yeah.
From
what I've seen, yeah.
You like Sea of Trees?
Yeah.
You like Promised Land?
I like it.
It was okay.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't dislike it. I liked Psycho.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how
I thought you were gonna fucking do Psycho.
No,
that's
too.
Talk about
that's
Psycho.
What do you mean? That's you talked about it so much.
We would have to say what we would talk about for Alfred Hitchcock's version and be like, no, that doesn't apply here.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should do both.
Yeah.
Nick's dream.
But okay, where were we? Let's talk about Rick. James LaGrosse.
Oh, his friend.
Oh, the friend.
Yeah. So what happens to him?
Caveman guy.
Yeah,
caveman.
Yeah, he's the muscle. Is how they describe him.
Even though he's super passive feeling.
It's funny because he's just like, I know it's ridiculous, but just don't put the hat on the bed.
He just sort of slips away.
Yeah, he literally did. Like they refer to him later after he disappears, like when they're still at the motel during the sheriff conference.
Yeah.
They're like, because they talk about him having mumps or something, part of his lie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they also talk about giving him a bigger part of the share.
Yeah.
And that's when I think Matt Dillon's character is starting to kind of just wanting to get away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of just being nice, he's also just trying to make himself better.
And it shows like these types of characters or these types of people are desperate. Like she works with the rat face guy after Matt Dillon leaves just so she can get whatever she needs.
They'll do whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter who it is. They'll hang around anybody to get that. That's what it does to you.
It's really fun. There's a bunch of moments that made me laugh out loud. Because I've seen this before and I didn't remember it being as funny as I thought it was. Because we watched it.
Well, we watched it on a
on a fucking.
We watched it on
GameCube.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Can you watch movies on a GameCube?
Yeah.
No.
We watched
you
the.
can put the full disc on that.
No, it was a little disc of Drugstore.
Yeah. Don't you remember when we watched that?
We watched at Josh Troxler's house.
Was I there?
Yeah, I think.
Maybe it was just me and Troxler. We watched at his house.
The funny thing is, though,
were you wearing the Heat jersey, lying on the floor?
Yeah, I think
That
so.
was because I took. There's like that famous picture of
Random
what,
detail.
like sleeping,
The famous
sleeping
picture.
well.
Well, I can only remember so much from. I only remembered so much because.
I barely remembered
You
it.
can't see it on the TV.
Yeah, and, like we were probably like talking and shit and
Yeah.
not really, watching as much as we should have. But
And then I bought this, and I'm like, man, I want to watch this again really bad. So.
What do you
I'll make
guys
these
think
watch it.
about Matt Dillon's life after drugs when he's in the methadone clinic and he's bummed but he's hopeful.
It sucks, but that's fucking life.
Yeah, I don't think either of
Working
his
in a-
lives seem very good.
No.
Yeah.
So
Do you not think he was happier though?
Actually, you know
I
what?
don't know.
I think he
I think he was-
seemed-
I
he
think
was
he was-
helping people. He was
He felt more useful in the world.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
He was working a shit job but he was grinding, he felt okay.
He was living
Honest
an honest life.
living.
Yeah. He didn't have any of those worries of being caught all the time. He didn't have that guilt. Yeah.
And he was kind of teaching himself how he was wrong when he said that to the
Yeah.
counselor
Yeah.
that you can't talk someone.
Yeah.
And he wasn't just talked out of it, he kind of talked himself out of it.
Yeah.
He saw the effect that
And-
it could cause on his family, basically.
This is just like a little pick. One thing that got me was these guys were too hot for being junkies. Kelly Lynch looked good, and Matt Dillon looked good.
Oh, you didn't think they're like
Heather Graham looked good.
They didn't look
the one
rough.
guy. The one guy was
didn't
like,
look as rough.
No. They looked pretty good.
They're all still pretty young though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
You know
but
what I mean? Even William S. Burroughs, think about how he looks, and he's been a junkie for like
his life.
his life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it affects everybody
Someday.
differently. But someday, and he's dead now. But
But they just didn't have like the eyes. They didn't look.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know
mean,
what you
It's a little pick.
Yeah.
But they were too hot for junkies. I did. Yeah, like you mentioned this earlier. William S. Burroughs. I liked his part. I like William S. Burroughs. He's such a fucking interesting person. I liked his part a lot. I had like a flashback when I watched it of On the Road, but it was Viggo Mortensen in that movie.
yeah.
And it made me want to watch On the Road.
I still
wanna
have
watch
only seen that one.
What scene? Explain it.
Steve Buscemi part.
What happened? What was he doing?
I forget what he was doing.
You know what he was doing. Fucking damn well.
he was getting fucked.
Like that's all you can think about.
No, that's all he watched.
That's the only part I saw.
He looked it up.
You
Why would
guys
you
were
look it up?
You guys were watching it.
We've seen the movie.
No.
You guys were.
You fucking downloaded that movie and
Just to find that
and
part.
skimmed through it to look, because I remember.
Oh yeah, I did download it.
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Oh man, I was so excited for that movie.
Yeah. You downloaded it and like fucking skimmed through it to find Steve Buscemi getting his ass rammed.
It wasn't a Garrett Hedlund.
Yeah. I think that's probably the hottest sex scene. AFI's hottest sex scene. Passions.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi getting fucked. It's sick. It's awesome. What do you think, Nick? So do you think this movie needed...
What do you think about Grace Zabriskie?
Who the hell is that?
A lady from Twin Peaks?
Laura Palmer's mom.
That movie had a good cast too.
Oh yeah. I knew I recognized her from somewhere.
Yeah.
What do
So
you think about that
the
part?
author of this movie was Bob, right? Or the author of the book for this movie was Bob, right? It's like
I don't know.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like it was like an he
Yeah,
wrote it
he
about
was
himself.
he was
Okay.
James Foley, I think
James
his name.
Fogle.
Fogle.
Because we got a Jared Fogle
Yeah.
joke in the beginning.
Yeah, Jared Fogle. He was the Drugstore Cowboy.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And
Okay.
he got clean, but then I'm pretty sure not like that long ago. I think he's dead now, but I think he was still robbing.
Junkie.
Yeah, still doing.
That sucks.
Ooh, the part that made me laugh, I just thought of this, which that is sad. But that when they walk by the drugstore and he talks about that little window up there, he calls it like a Vexit or something,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, "What's a Vexit?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Let's go." I had no idea.
And
what's
it's funny
happening.
because he mentions it, and then it just like cuts to the window, and
Yeah.
like you're like, oh,
We
that's what
know.
that is.
Yeah.
That part is really cool. Yeah.
Conan O'Brien said it's one of his favorite movies,
Oh, that's great.
according to the trivia.
Cool.
Fucking Mr. Easter Egg.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah,
you
he's
got?
brought
Oh yeah,
that
Bob.
segment
That,
back.
I knew that Bob Dylan was supposed to play Matt Dillon's part. That would have been
Well,
would've
Bob Dylan's
sucked.
Matt Dillon's dad, right?
no. That would have sucked ass.
Hey, what do you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can't imagine him in a movie.
I can't either.
Think about the people that think about the people that played him, like Kate Blanchett,
Yeah.
Heath Ledger,
That little black boy.
that little black boy. He did. A little
Yeah.
black boy played Bob Dylan.
What other little tips and tricks do you got?
Yeah.
I don't got any others.
Nick's Easter eggs, the new segment.
Come
Yeah.
on. Your segment is kind of like getting
Yeah.
some dead air
Yeah,
here.
you wanted a new. You wanted more segments, so let's do.
Nick's Easter eggs.
next
I
Easter
don't have
eggs.
any Easter eggs for this.
I don't
Come
have
on.
any. Whiny.
Give us some Easter eggs.
Not many for this.
What-
So
What about Barf?
I don't have any for that either.
okay, so Nick, what do you give this?
4.5.
Wow.
Ooh,
Okay. What about you, Ben? Lightning fast.
I give it a 4.
What about you, Jordan?
4.
Me too. I give it a 4.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw in an Easter egg because this is interesting.
Mm.
In its obituary of Charles Bukowski, the New York Post used a photo of Mickey Rourke as Henry Chinaski in Barfly instead of a photo of the poem himself.
Huh. That's cool. Did you see him in the movie?
I don't
It-
know
it
what he
doesn't-
looks like.
it doesn't
He's in
show his
the-
face.
Isn't he in the bar?
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
it shows him like it like pans by him.
I
and,
thought
and
that
he's
was
like
him.
looking at the like them walking outside
Yeah.
the fight or something like that.
It's
Oh.
kind of in the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's I don't think you see his face. You know, it's one of those
He
Alfred
probably
Hitchcock
didn't want
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nick, you didn't listen to the last episode, and now you're changing our format. What's next weekend?
We're going
Or
to
what's
continue
next
with Gus
episode?
Van Sant.
Okay.
So not Addiction Movies Part 2. It's just Gus Van Sant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two more.
like 3 Gus Van Sant movies and Barfly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you turned into a beatnik?
Yeah.
I saw you come in with bongos and a beret.
So
We're going to do To Die For and Elephant.
what do they got?
What?
What do they got?
Yeah, what do they got in
What are they?
common?
What about them? Why? Why'd you pick these guys? Why'd
Yeah.
you pick Gus Van Sant?
I don't know. I just realized that I really like him from what I've seen.
So,
And I want to see more.
so our listeners will know from this episode that Drugstore Cowboy is a good movie because it's good.
Yep.
Barfly.
Barfly.
You picked the addiction movies because hey, it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And Gus Van Sant because I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yep.
Um,
That's exactly why.
Just a man, straightforward man. You're simple.
Simple
you're,
man.
You're a simple man, a serious man.
I'm about as blunt as the violence in
Tell us
Barfly.
about your serious man trip.
What about it? A serious man fucking blew ass.
Why? Because it's not violent.
I saw 2 terrible movies that day: Boondock Saints 2 and A Serious Man. They both sucked.
It's funny that
you thought it was going to be violent.
It's funny. A couple days ago, you texted our group text, and you're like, "I'm in a big mood. Hopefully, it stays till Sunday."
It didn't.
Yeah,
it
you-
didn't stay.
You're deflated.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, it didn't stay. Nothing.
Tom
Well,
Brady deflated.
What pissed you
Yeah.
off? Or what like set you off that you were in a big mood about whatever?
I was just in a real big
Because of
mood.
Wises.
No, I was just in a real big mood.
Is Wise is what deflated you?
No,
I think maybe you should.
I liked both these movies.
Yeah, but you barely talked. Who knew?
I said it was good. Like,
So we had to wait an hour for that.
yeah. Less is more, man.
Maybe we should
I
start
disagree.
Says
releasing
who?
daily episodes of Nick saying whether a movie's good or not.
Good.
Talk shit.
Include it with
Where's your
Squit's Corner.
I know. We're gonna have a Squit's Corner coming up. It's our buddy Squit. He's gonna give a little synopsis of the movies he's watched recently.
We're also going to do a best of segment pretty soon here.
Yeah, we're gonna do best of. So we have some interesting things coming up. We have the Gus Van Sant episode, the best of.
Star Wars Rogue One comes out in 2 weeks.
I think we're gonna try to talk about that. Then whose month is it? Is it Ben's?
It's Jordan's.
Oh, it's mine.
You
Does
have-
Jordan have
Do
any
you have
ideas?
anything?
I have ideas.
Okay,
But we'll wait till next time to really
cool. You were talking about doing the
out one.
Yeah.
Berlin, Alexander.
yeah the long ones.
Yeah. Movies over 10 hours.
Jordan's
I think.
long picks.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be
Finding a substitute?
having plans.
Yeah,
that-
you'll have like a
You'll
you'll have like a
have
Thanksgiving or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Or
your
Thanksgiving.
96-hour Thanksgiving
And you'll go-
marathon that you went and,
and you'll-
asked me to see
Yeah.
Moonlight on, but you got the damn day wrong. You told me tomorrow, and then you're like, I'm on my way to get you.
Then me and Jordan did something really
Boy.
fucking stupid. You'll think this
Oh,
is funny.
that's funny. I forgot about that.
Because we went together to see Moonlight out of the area, and he's like, "Hey, do you want anything from Turkey Hill?" I was like, "Sure." And then I was like, "All right, I'll be up in a little bit." He drove to my house. I drove to his house.
Boy.
So man, we had trouble seeing Moonlight. Luckily, we did.
We made it on time.
Nice.
All
You
right.
guys usually have problems seeing movies together, don't you?
Well, there's one time.
The Master.
The
Master.
Master was that one.
That was a
time.
treat. But
When you do it so many times, it's bound to happen every now and
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
We didn't really have a problem with. We made it on time for Moonlight and Master. That would have been a nightmare if we
Ooh.
weren't able to see the movie. But
well,
we
we
did.
didn't see it in
65.
Yeah.
Ben got yelled at during the Master when he turned
Yeah,
his cell phone off.
someone was one of those people that the moment the credits started, they because I lit up my
Like the
phone
end
and
of the
they yelled
movie.
at me.
Well,
Yeah.
me
After it was over.
Yeah.
and Jordan saw the raid in, this guy, in Boston.
Oh my God! I
And this
forgot.
guy fucking was like, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, well, in a movie. Yeah, it's pretty cool." And then he just had like this conversation, and we were just like, "What the fuck?"
No,
It was a
it's-
huge theater.
Yeah, no one seemed to care.
Yeah,
That's also where we saw the guy picking the tubs out of the
Yeah.
trash can and get them refilled.
he's a fucking genius. And we were staring at him. He knew. He was mad at us. I was afraid.
Yeah, he tried pulling his hat over his eyes.
Like he did like a Jason
You
Bourne
think so?
thing.
Yeah.
All right. If Nick has any more silence to add to
I got
Nick,
nothing.
why don't you plug the email? Why
Yeah.
don't you do something?
anotherlookpod@gmail.com.
Also, if you've been listening this far into the episode and to us rambling, put a review or a rating on.
I want to know
on
who
iTunes.
listens to this shit.
Yeah, send us.
No, I'm serious.
Please send us an email. Rate, subscribe, review. Do
Please-
it. Do it all.
Please
Um,
clap.
Honest feedback. I want honest feedback.
Jib.
I want some honest feedback too.
Well,
We've gotten a couple, but
And let us know
Want
if there's any
we
other
always appreciate
podcast platforms that we're not on that
Yeah.
you want us on.
so
yes,
yeah. All
that's
right.
important. That's a good point, Ben.
So we're gonna get going, taking another look at things. You know what I
Oh.
fucking mean. All right, thanks.